Hi, this is Dark One Cosplay here, or say. This is what I've been doing this year. I've been redoing most of my cosplays. First up, these are a couple of chibis I made. This was made for a Soul Eater panel, and this was decor there. And yeah, I got some commissions out of this. This one is Stalking Anarchy from a really silly show called Panty and Stalking with Garter Belt. This is the 1.0, and it needed a lot of work. My shoulder is showing in the next picture on the left. You can see that. And the wig also has since been replaced. The only thing I kept from the original was the cat. The cat was pretty well done. And I still have the shoes. And I did like the way I did the makeup and all of that. And these recreations will close with my favorite picture of the character. Next up is Nana from Elfen Lied. I went with the manga version just because I could find a purple wig, which actually isn't the right shade of purple, but never mind. So this was the one I went with. I just kind of grabbed a dress from Value Village and retrofitted it, if you will. So this time I decided to do the anime version because more people are familiar with her. I went and I actually used the same tricks that I did on the first wig because I liked how the horns were fit through. The bow was placed much better. And this is an in-character picture. The other thing is, I don't know if you can see it, but I distressed the ends of the sleeves because the only time Nana wears that dress as a short sleeve is after Lucy cuts her arms off, and yeah, the sleeves get toasted in the process. Next up is Dokura, excuse me. And first up, I was really nervous the first time about getting the Excalibur confiscated. So I did that with cosmetic wedges. This new one, the spikes will go flying if I hit anything. And this is the first version. The costume's the same, but that hairdo, okay? This is me making the new and improved wig and the steps I took. Yeah. And on the left you see without contacts, on the right with contacts, and I always edit out the wires. They're held above her pigtails. As you can see, I discovered photo editing. Yay! But yeah, Dokuro's kind of a fun character to play, and it's just a really silly show. Next up, this is the comic book version of Kurona from Soul Eater, and followed by the anime version and the makeup test. I did this about a year ago. I posted both pictures of them because there's a bit of debate whether Krona's hair is purple or pink. It's kind of up for interpretation. Uh, these first two shots were from the year before, and because I guess I did a decent job, I got asked to be part of a panel. And I had the Ragnarok puppet. And that sword, though. I really didn't like my sword. It was very flimsy, and I actually snapped it in half. So I made this one. This one is made with polymorph beads, and it's much better. It's just much better, and it is more sturdy, as well as I like the tongue. I did that. Yeah. And this was my other offering because I'm like, once again, want to do something different. So I pulled this together. You have to be careful with the undergarments on this. In order to do it, I ended up using some black tights so you couldn't see my underpants. And the binding I had to be very diligent on. Okay, there's my favorite picture of little Krona there. Y'all. And this is the Queen of Hearts from American McGee's Alice Returns. I call her Queen Lizzie because she's actually supposed to resemble Alice's sister. And this costume I bought off of someone, and I had the lady who had it before was much taller, and I wanted to add in a few more details, like the crown, the collar, and the scepter didn't come with it, as well as the hands. The hands I bought and just altered a little bit. The Other thing I changed was the ribbon on the front was actually painted on the original design. So the front is almost completely covered. Sometimes I had to cover it up with black where they had paint. And sometimes it was this really awesome gold ribbon I found. And yeah, the crown I've also since updated because it kept flopping around and I ended up just sewing it right into the wig. And yeah, finally we have Astro Boy. The first pictures you see here are quite old and they're actually better than the refit. So there's the pants. I was so proud of those. I've since redone them. The new one looks even better than, not so much this. This is fine. However, the next picture, you can see that I messed up on the sewing of the shirt, so it makes me look like I'm about 30 pounds heavier. And that's the close-up of the makeup. And this is the new one. Okay, for this, I went with EVA foam, and I have to say the helmet was too damn small. And yeah, I'm working on a new one. I've actually worked with Warbla for this new one. This one got fitted into a Mega Man helmet that I'm gonna display to say that I defeated Mega Man. But yeah, it's an okay cosplay, but yeah, it needed some work, and I've since fixed everything on there. The new helmet is, like I said, I don't know if I like Warbler that much because I had a lot of trouble working with it. I preferred Pet G actually, which is apparently almost identical. But yeah, I had more fun with Warbler or with Pet G than with Warbler, and actually those thermoplastic beads I mentioned are probably more user friendly, but they don't go on as smooth. Alright, so hoping to see you guys out and about in the new year. Have a good one. Bye bye.